Welcome back. We're going to do a quick recap of United's last preseason game against AC Milan. A really, really disappointing game. Obviously, expected a lot better performance than what Man United showed. There's a lot to discuss. We'll start with the starting lineup and then see what changes were made, who really disappointed and what could have been done better, and is this a sign of things to come during the preseason? Let's see. So this was the starting lineup that Man United used. I had a feeling that they would use the lineup that they want to use next week when they start the main season. So obviously Laman's in goal, and as I predicted, it would be Harry Maguire and Aiden Heaven, because I think those two would partner with each other. I still don't think Euro would get the start because it would be hard to partner Aiden Heaven with Euro because they would be too young for the Premiership. But and Lisandro was not yet ready, so those two started. Obviously, Luke Shaw is the starting left back, but it's really scary now, and we'll talk more about him later. And they started with Mazraoui. I was a little surprised that they started with Mazraoui because especially the way AC Milan plays with new manager Ruben Amorim, that they would have more athletes on the wings, so it would be better for Diogo Dalot to play. But hey, he started. Does he start next week? Who knows? Now the midfield three, as I predicted, I think this will be the midfield three because not only do we don't have any other options, the other options are either injured in Mason Mount or Kobe Mainu, who hasn't gotten any minutes in preseason or in the World Cup. So he's coming off of after a long period of absence. So Santos, Tielemans and Fernandes. On paper it looks good. In this game did not look good at all. Santos made some mistakes, but that's expected because of his youth. I was a little surprised with Tielemans. I mean, he was just making bad passes, and Bruno was trying to do some Bruno things, which was trying these long balls and trying to quickly get rid of the ball, which I never understood. I mean, this was a game where we should have kept possession, and that was the underlying theme of this game. We were unable to keep possession. It was so bad that it got me so worried about this team and what it looks like for the season. And it was really unexpected because in the previous 3 or 4 preseason games, we have been able to keep possession and we have been able to move the ball consistently up the field. But in this game, we were unable to do that. Just bad passes. Bruno, Yuri, Aiden Heaven, even Luke Shaw, they just couldn't keep possession. It was just 1 or 2 passes, and then they would get pressed by the opposing team, and they would just lump it forward, hoping to get a connection, and nothing would happen of it. And then as soon as AC Milan got the ball, they would just work it up the pitch, and again there would be long stretches of where it was just Milan on the ball and United just trying their best to get the ball back. That's what showed in the final stats of the game. I mean, Milan ended with about 67 to 70% possession, where United tried to do its old playing counter-attack football instead of just focusing on keeping possession. I don't want to blame the pitch, but the pitch was not the best, so I'm guessing that played a little part on the ability to keep possession, but Milan did a much better job. Now, with respect to the attack, Ahmad played really well. I think he has nailed down the starting right winger position. I think he presses well. He leads the attack through the side. I think he keeps his position. Cunha didn't do much. I mean, he was just kind of lost. I think he has a bad touch, so he just, even as an outlet, he doesn't have that much pace. So it's hard to send him the ball and hope that he can do something. You have to rely more on the wingers when Cunha is up front. So I think Cunha loses a spot and Mbeumo comes in to start the next game. Dogu played well. He did some good things, but I think he's the only option right now. I doubt Marcus Rashford, even though Marcus came towards the end of the game. I was very doubtful that Marcus would play, and he was given the number 9 for this season probably. But I still think United is trying to sell him, so I think Dogu holds that starting spot, and Marcus will come off the bench. Now let's start with the game. So we started well. It was a corner. Harry Maguire was manhandling his marker, and he got in and he was able to head it home. And it looked good. It looked like we might overwhelm them, because AC Milan has not been playing well, and they haven't won a single preseason game. So nobody was surprised with that start, and we thought, okay, now this is what's going to happen. We're going to control the game, just like how we controlled the game against Leeds and to a certain extent against PSG. But everything changed within no time. It was just us trying to press, but they were just playing out of our press and moving up forward. The left hand side was a joke. Luke Shaw was just out of it. Heaven is making late challenges. Harry Maguire was showing his pace. It was just bad all around. I don't think I've ever seen this bad a performance during these past 5 games. Now, obviously, there's we had many chances, but even AC Milan had many chances, and it was due to Laamans's quick feet, and he was able to come out of the box and collect the ball, and also he was able to make some great saves, which saved United its blushes. So I hope this is just a one-off game, because even the communication was out of place. I mean, for the first goal, you had Santos reaching for the ball, and then Harry Maguire running into him. It reminds me of the old AC Milan versus Man United game, where Patrice Evra runs into what's his name, Gabriel Heinze, and then Kaká takes it to score. This was Santos and Maguire colliding, and then I think it was I think it was Gonzalo Ramos who took the ball forward and then squared it for Chukwueze. He played really well. He was harassing us from the right side, his right side and our left side. So obviously he knew that Luke Shaw is an aging player. He took advantage of that. He was attacking left and right. I mean, he made a cross which went through a bunch of people in the box, and it was tapped in by one of the AC Milan keepers. And then another goal, he was able to float it in from the right, and Gonzalo Ramos was able to head it in. So it just looks so bad. I mean, this is an indication that, hey, we need to fix the left side up. I think they have to go get a left back, because this is scary. Because Harry Amas is about to be sold. Tyrell Malacia was let go at the end of last season, and he was injured anyway. So we have absolutely no depth, and you cannot expect him to start every game. This is going to end badly, and especially when it was Luke Shaw and Lisandro Martinez who came on towards the end of the game, and Harry Maguire. You have 3 of the slowest players on your back line, and you're expecting them to do anything. I mean, as an opposing coach or as an opposing team, you look at that and you realize, okay, let's attack from the right. Because they just, for the 4th goal, which was one of the most obvious goal, but they just played a 1-2 and kicked it into space, and guess who? Lisandro Martinez is running back to make a tackle, and he cannot get to Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who just slots it past Sané Laamans. This team seriously lacks in pace, especially on the outside. And you also don't have pace in the middle, because you are relying on 31-year-old Bruno Fernandes and 29-year-old Yuri Tielemans. So if you have a lot of runners, you can do a lot of damage against this team. So overall, this was a really, really bad performance. I hope at least it's a wake-up call, because you don't want your preseason to be completely rosy and get all the wins and with very few losses and everybody is high-fiving each other. You want these kind of bad performance as well, which shows management, especially Ineos, that hey, we need to make signings. I think we need another. I think we need a left back. I think we need a centre back, and we also need a midfielder. Now, will they make these changes? Who knows? We need Sesko also, because I think we need an outlet. I think, and somebody who can come in towards the end of the game. So hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. It is scary because United finished third last season, but now they're going to play 2 games a week with Champions League. If you're doing this against AC Milan, who's out of the Champions League, I just can't imagine what's going to happen when you actually face the creme de la creme of the Champions League. So, but anyway, fingers crossed. Hopefully this was not the worst of it, and hopefully better things are coming. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. How did we perform? What changes do we need to make? And let me know in the comments below. Thank you.